that what you guys got for the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. What about that one?
We can have a 1 in front of the n, right?
Yes.
Good.
But we're okay?
Yeah.
And then it says we should name them, so let's just practice that quick. What degree would number 1 be? Second degree, and then how many terms? So binomial. If you want to write that down, binomial. Number 2, what degree would we have? Third degree. And then how many terms? Trinomial, because there's 3. And then our last one? Fourth degree. And then polynomial, because we have multiple terms, more than 3. Cute, that was good. So like I said, we're going to practice multiplying these polynomials together today, but it's going to start off pretty easy. I think you guys should actually do those next year, couldn't you? The distributive property, when you just have a number outside of parentheses. What do we do? Yeah, you just multiply through. So let's practice that. That's like a good little, like, easy segue into what we're doing. If I take 2 times x, what do we get? 2x. 2 times negative 4? Negative 8. You guys have done that before. Pretty easy, right?
So then the next one would be c to the second.
Yeah, c times c would be c squared. And what about c times 7?
7c.
Plus 7c. Okay, this next one, what about 5f times f squared? Yep, 5 is going to be just a 5, and then we're going to have 3 f's now. Perfect. And what about 5f times 5?
25.
25f. 5 times 5 gives us 25. So basically that's like taking a monomial times a binomial, right? And now we're going to try 2 binomials times each other. Well, we don't want that. Okay. So one method you could use is a table, right? So do you guys see how we're using this table? 2x minus 3. I put my first term here and my second term here, but you take the sign with it, right? And then on this guy, x plus 5. So you can use this if you're like a visual person. It might help you think about it. So in this box, I'm going to take 2x times x and get what? It's 2x times x.
2x squared.
2x squared. Perfect. Now in this box beneath it, 2x times 5. 10x. Beautiful. Okay, let's go over here. Negative 3 times x. Negative 3x. And then negative 3 times 5. Perfect. So now, this is more of a visual way to represent it. We usually start with our biggest exponent, right? So we have 2x squared. Do we have any other x squareds around? So I'll have 2x squared. I'll just put a little mark so I know I've used that box. Now we'll just go to our x's. How many total x's will we have?
7.
Right, so what's 10 minus 3?
7.
7. You guys are good. Yep, minus 15. that's one way to do it, if that helps you kind of organize your thoughts, is using a model, an area model actually. Or we have this thing called FOIL next.
Yeah.
So it says
Yep.
FOIL. That's kind of how I think of it. I don't really. This is a good thing. I just don't think to draw it. But FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. So first means you're going to take the first terms times each other. So do you guys see this example in your notes? So if I take 2x times 4x, what do we get?
8x.
8x squared, right? So that's the first terms.
How is it squared?
What's x times x? Right? Do you see that? Okay, good.
So the outer would be negative 10x.
Yep, outer would be the outside one. So 2x times negative 5 is
Negative 10.
negative 10x. Inner,
Well,
yep, the inside 2. 3 times 4x is 12x. And then your last,
negative 15.
negative 15. And again, now we took a simplify, combined our like terms. Can I combine anything with 8x squared?
No.
Nope. What about our x's?
Yeah.
12x minus 10 gives me
2x.
2x. Then minus 15. You do whatever method you like. Eventually, you guys will get really good at the FOIL method. You won't even think that you're doing it. It's just kind of second nature, but they're both good. They are both good ways. All right. So 7 and 8. What method do you guys want to do? FOIL or the box?
Foil.
FOIL. Okay, here we go. So F. So first, what's x times x?
X squared.
X squared. Now outside, so the two ones on the outside,
Negative 6x.
negative 6x. Inside, negative 3 times x,
Negative 3x.
negative 3x. And then our last,
Negative 18.
18x, yep. And now we just check, can we combine anything?
Yes.
These guys in the middle, right?
Yep.
So we'll have x squared
Take my 9. Or negative
Yep.
9x.
minus 9x plus 18. Good job. Okay, let's try another one. Same idea. So first, what are we going to have?
6x squared.
6x squared. Now go to your outside terms.
Negative 10x.
Yep. Now your inside,
3x.
and then your last.
Negative.
Beautiful. Is anything combined?
The x's.
Yep. So what is negative 10x plus 3?
Negative 7x.
You guys are good. For a Monday, we're killing it. We're doing great. You guys try 9 on your own, get a head start. Same idea. First, outside, inside, last. First, outside, inside, last. FOIL. Anyone want to come to the board?
I'll do it.
Lacey, we'll have you finish the ones on the end, okay?
Does it matter which one?
No, you do whatever you want. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, dear. We okay with that?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Okay, so that's FOIL. Okay, now these bottom two, we're gonna take it one step further, and now we're gonna have a binomial times a trinomial, okay? The idea is the same, it just looks a little different. Okay, so what I like to do is I just start with this guy, your first term, and you're gonna multiply by everything first. And then we'll come back to our 5 and do the same thing, okay? So if we start with our x here, what's x times x squared? X to the third. X times negative 3x?
Negative 3x.
Yep, negative 3x squared. And then x times negative 2.
Negative 2x.
Perfect. Okay, so we just went through it all with our x, right? Now we're going to do the same exact thing, but instead of using our x, we're going to use our 5. So what's 5 times x squared?
5x squared.
Good job. 5 times negative 3x?
Negative 15x.
Negative 15x.
Negative.
And lastly, yep, negative 10. Now it's a little more confusing to simplify, but we can do it. Do you have any other x cubes to combine with this one? Nope, so I'm just going to drop it down. And I'm going to cross through it so I know I've used it. Okay, now I'm going to move to my x squareds.
Plus 2x.
Yep, I have a negative
2x
3x plus 5
2x squared.
plus 2x squared. You guys are good. So I've used those.
You're going to be negative 7x.
You guys okay with negative 17x?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then our last one would just be awesome. Okay, you guys get a head start on that last one, then I'll catch up. You guys start it off, and I'll slowly put my work on the board. Hopefully your first line looks like that. After you distribute, and then we can combine our like terms. Do we match?
So, yeah. Just
That's it for today.
okay.
Now we have a nice little
Okay.
worksheet.
You're welcome. What if I don't want to do it with you?
Oh, you want to. It's not hard.
Is this homework Monday?
Classwork, I mean, you're not gonna have homework. Yeah,
Can I use that one?
yes.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
My fingers aren't working. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna cross, I think, 2 off.
Thank you.
Will you cross off number 12, 14, and 15? 12, 14, and 15. And 19. 12, 14, 15, 19. Let's cross those off. Is there one that you guys want to do together?
7.
7. Okay. Just gotta pull it up here quick. I don't want the notes, I want. Describe and correct the error in multiplying the binomials. Got it. Does anyone see it? What our error might be?
Is it the first step?
Okay, let's look. So x minus 2, I have my x and a minus 2.
It's not in the right spot.
Yeah. Because what should really be in front of that x?
Negative.
A negative sign, right? They forgot to take that sign. So it should be a negative x. So then really, this should be negative x squared, right? And what's a negative times a negative? So that should be a positive 2x. So if we fix our answer, we'll have negative x squared. How many x's should we have?
7.
7. Minus 10.
They got the minus 10.
They sure did. They sure did. I'm okay if on number 4 through 6, if you don't want to use a table just to use FOIL, that's okay. But is there any other ones that you guys want to use or do together? Are we okay? Okay. Wave me over if you need me.